It has been found yet again, another Mainstays fan needing servicing right out of the box. Very unfortunate. Modern cheap fans, they're not lubricated enough or at all when they leave the factory. And we are going to show you what we mean. So here it is. That doesn't sound good. Spin down, it's okay, but I do not like the scraping sound. So, without further ado, let's service this fan. One thing I don't like is that they put these screws on ridiculously tight. I do not like that at all. Okay, that one wasn't horrible. That one was relatively easy. These right here. Now, you put these on so ridiculously tight that you need an impact driver in order to get them out, which should not be the case with these fans at all. So here we are, we're looking at the fan itself, and first thing we need to do is we need to grab our Allen wrench. Okay, where did we just put it? So we need to grab a Allen wrench in order to fix the job. So to make it easier, we're going to use a longer handle. And the only unfortunate thing is they put, there we go, just like that. That came easily undone. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you on camera. So what we need to do is we need to take off the set screw here. And I need to loosen it just enough so we can pull the blade off the shaft. And then we need to disassemble the motor, which is the C-frame shaded pole, in order to get to the bearings, which are obviously dry, which is not good for these fans. And also, this needs to be balanced. Now, this isn't the easiest job, but as long as you clean and service these, you can probably get if lucky, even 5 years off these fans. And that came off pretty easily. So we're just going to put the blade aside for right now. And we're just going to focus on getting the motor disassembled here so we can oil it real good. Yep, just like that. Okay. So we're going to take our front yoke off here. Hopefully that should be a pretty easy job. Yep. Oh, yep. Came right off, completely dry. So we're going to take off our armature. It came out pretty easily. And I'm feeling around. There's a little bit of lubricant on it, but not enough. Which is kind of sad. So we're going to put that aside for right now. So now we're going to go ahead and take these 4 screws out here. And the motor just simply pops right out. And our rear yoke just came out like so. Now we're going to grab a hold of our drive shaft and we are going to lubricate it. Now the oil I like to use for lubricating, especially fans without enough lubricant, is this 3-in-1 I like to use the 3-in-1. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a drop. Gonna put a drop on the shaft. Alright, give this a minute. And it looks like we are almost out. It's not good at all. Yeah, this does not like me. Alright, well, yeah, that's a fail right there. Oil will not oil. So we're going to try this again. Hopefully we'll get it to go this. Oh, there we go. Now it comes. Just gotta give it a minute. Alright, I don't know if there's like a blockage or something or what's going on. Alright, we're going to take a look at this. Yep, guys, as I suspected, we are just about out of oil, so it's not good at all. Alright, so we're going to try again. Now we got some more. Oh, let's see if we can do this. Oh, there we go. Now it comes out. So we're going to... Nice drop on there. And I want to make sure you got plenty of oil on there, because you want to make sure that your shafts are properly oiled. So we're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to try to be super careful, because now it's being... Okay, there we go. So you can see we put a drop. We put a drop on each side. You can see it's on the shaft. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this down for a quick second, and we're going to start to reassemble the motor. We're probably going to put some oil in there as well. I've always gotten in the habit of making sure I put oil in there too. So we're going to realign our motor. Like so, and we're going to screw it back down. Just put that where you guys can actually see this. Nope, nah. Okay, that's not. Okay, there we go. Now we got it. Alright, so we're going to get those started. That way our motor doesn't decide to go out of place. And now we're going to go full force and screw it down. I want to do about 1 pound. About that much. Just enough to keep it in place. Oh, nah. Alright. Well, we forgot to put the rear yoke in. Helps make sure you put your yokes in. It really helps to make sure you put your yokes in. Alright, so we're going to put our rear yoke on and then put the motor on. Actually, first, I'm going to put our rear yoke back on the motor. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we just did that. We made sure to put our rear yoke back on. Whoa! And it does not want to let us put it in. Not good. Alright, so your rear yoke is kind of being a pain. They're not that easy to get in. You don't really like... Whoa! Screws are falling out. That's not good. So yeah, you do not want your screws falling out on you when you're putting your motor back in. They feel the lubricant, but they didn't put enough. Because my hands should be like slimy with oil. But they are not. So that tells me they did not properly oil this fan. Alright. So we're going to reassemble our motor here. What you really want to do when you're assembling your motors is make sure you have your screws ready to go. Put them in. We're going to go ahead and align our motor, and we're going to go ahead and retighten the screws. even. Alright, we'll get that one too. Okay, so now comes the fun part. We're going to oil our rear yoke first, and then we're going to put the blade on. So we're going to go ahead and do that like so. Make sure I get some oil in there. And we're going to insert our shaft back on. See, that fits pretty well like so. And we're going to go ahead and put our front yoke. We're going to oil the front yoke too, because I should get in the habit. Make sure you lubricate all your yokes. Alright, there we go. Got a nice drop of oil on the front yoke as well. So we're going to go ahead and put this back on. Alright, now we're going to reassemble here. Alright, so now that our motor is clean and oiled, well, oil because we had to oil the fan, we are going to put the blade on and give it a quick test. If we still got the scraping sound, then we're going to have to realign it, which is not always fun. We're going to have to turn that by hand. Okay, so we're gonna put this on. You want to be careful with these blades because you don't want to damage them. And we're gonna show you how to balance this thing. You know, get it into proper alignment. And if we need to as well, we can always use my balancing tool that I made. Just taking an old, one of these C-frame motors and frame itself, and actually made a balancing tool that you can use. Let me show you that. So this is basically this is the same motor, different fan that broke. Blade was defective and the motor was no good. So I took this motor and made a balancing tool. So you just simply hold it like that, you put your blade on, and you just tighten the set screw and balance the blade that way. So that's another way to do it if you're afraid. Try to balance it while it's on the motor. So we're gonna give it a little oomph here. Now you want to be careful how far you put your blade on the drive shaft. So if you put the blade too far on, then you're going to have a problem. So right about an eighth of an inch of clearance. Now when the blade starts to push back, because when a fan pushes air forward, there's equal reaction where the blade moves back. Alright, so we got our blade back on, and now we're gonna do a little test. See how well this fan works after oiling, and we'll check the balance. Here we go. Alright, it's definitely scraping. That's not good. Alright, that is not good at all. So we're going to have to do a little torque balance here. Alright, yep, this is not good at all, folks. Alright, I think we just messed this up. Okay. Yeah, you guys can see this did not work out as well as I hoped it did. And because my bit is so fucking stripped, right, so now we have to switch the bit. Fuck. Because somebody stripped my fucking bit. And of course my other bit's gone, so. Alright, I don't know if you guys heard that or not. I'm assuming you did. We're going to do another test. We're going to see how it does now. Alright, let's check the balance. Yeah, balance is not good, so we're going to fix this. Listen, it's vibrating on the workbench. So, we're going to fix it. So yeah, first things first though, we're going to go ahead and realign it. Alignment's incorrect. So we're just going to loosen the front yoke, make it a little easier. Alright, so yeah, that does not sound good. Alright, well if things don't work out, we're gonna have to swap the yoke or swap the shaft out for another one. But anyway, let's try to balance this thing. We'll see if we can balance it. Get it into proper alignment. So make sure we got the right plug. Yes, we do. Alright, so we're going to try to balance it the best we can. Alright, yeah, that front one's... yeah, that is scraping. So, what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to swap the yoke out with the balancing one. Since the balancing one is obviously much better. So, you guys don't need to see that again. So, we're going to pause you for a few minutes. Okay, so we're going to show you how to take apart a C-frame shaded pole motor. We're going to show you how to do a armature swap, which is relatively simple and easy to do as long as you know what you're doing. So you're practically doing the same procedure twice. So we're gonna show you real quick on this one how to do it. So first thing you want to do is you want to take off your front yoke. So you want to, so like I did here, you want to take out all your screws. Well, actually, you want to leave your yoke screws in. So we're just going to do this since it's not the rear yoke that's at fault. We're just going to take the front yoke off. So we're going to do this. So there you go. You can see we got that. Now, yes, we are gonna oil this up a little bit. because we've had some weird cases lately with these things not having enough oil when they leave the factory. So we're going to do the same thing here on this fan, because we're going to swap the yolks out. So we're going to pull off the front yoke like so. Take this guy off and put it on here. Yeah, we're going to oil this guy up real good. Going to do that. We'll show you on the camera. Alright, got a nice strap on there. Put one on the rear. Make sure you put plenty on there. Alright, so you want to make sure that your yolks are aligned. So we're going to figure out which yoke is which. And now for these, you simply just reverse the process. So we're going to go ahead and do that as so. Very careful when you're doing this. Don't over torque one, then not torque the other one the same. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do that on the balancer here. And my bit came out. Lovely. Alright. Okay. So this one should be a little bit better, I hope. Oh, so we're going to break the free a little bit. So now we're going to go ahead and put the blade back on. We're going to give it another test. And we're going to see if this yoke is any better. If not, we may have to see if we have another fan where we can swap the motor. But we don't want to have to do that, because why should we waste our time if we don't even need to? So if this fan turns out to be defective, then, well, we can't use it. We just get a spare blade for a good fan. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and reassemble. So yeah, we're going to do the best we can to try to balance it, even though, you know, it's not really the greatest, they didn't choose like the greatest motor to put on this fan, because we are having a little bit of an issue with this. Yeah, I tried to spin it by hand. It was kind of difficult. So I'm presuming that this is not going to go as planned. So a simple clean and service might just turn into a, well, broken fan where we get spare parts off it. So let's hope that's not the case. Don't want a broken fan. So let's do the best we can. Try to fix it up. Alright, so we got our shaft height. You see it's not too happy right now, so what we're gonna do, trying to alright. There we go, that's a little better. Alright, so we're going to give it a shot after we just did all this. Yeah, definitely much better. Spin down's still going to be a bit rough, but yeah, balance isn't the greatest, so we're going to go ahead and balance this fan. Alright, this one's a little too far forward. Alright, so we made it obvious. Sorry if you guys are experiencing wind blows. So yeah, we definitely have an alignment issue with this fan. They did not align the bearings properly at all. In fact, it's obvious. So we're gonna bring that up a little further on the shaft. Closer towards the... Alright, so we're gonna give it about that. Alright, it should be a little bit better. It's a little bit further, so hopefully that should help. Got it pretty close, so we're gonna keep going here. Alright, with that. Yeah, so that's really bad. Wow, look at that. It's so stiff. It stopped at the blade. That needs to be bent forward a little bit. So we're going to test that again. Alright, so you guys can see what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so we got a little bit of a problem here. I don't know if you guys are picking this up on the camera or not, but one or more of the blades, they're not all at the same pitch. So that is another problem with modern fans, especially high velocity fans. You're going to be bending the blade. So we're going to go ahead and figure out which one it is and pitch it. Alright, this one is pitched too far forward. Wow. Holy moly. I think we got it pretty close. Alright, we got that really close. So we're making a couple more fine adjustments here. See if we can get this thing perfect. Okay, we're going to bend that back a little bit. Now, much better. You still feel vibrational. It's not bad at all. In fact, if we put it on the workbench here, it's barely vibrating. It's not moving around on the bench or anything like that. Sorry for the wind noise. I'm gonna put it over there. All right, so balance is much better. Seems like we got ourselves a pretty useful fan here. Cleaned up and oiled it real well. It's working pretty good. Blade pitches are all the same, so that's a plus. We were able to pitch them. And now, listen to that. That is a pretty happy fan. We'll do our spin down. Oh. Alright, spin down is reasonable. Still not what I was hoping for, but it's reasonable. So, that's something at least. Okay, so there we go. We just successfully revived a Mainstays 9-inch high velocity fan. Just to give you an idea how much air this thing puts out, I'm going to give you some wind noise here. Just to give you an idea how powerful this thing is. Okay. So that just gives you an idea to show just how well these fans can do if they're cleaned and serviced properly. So before we go, we're going to give you the startup sound on this fan. This one does have a startup sound, so it's a pretty powerful little motor. For a little C-frame, this thing's got some power to it. So let me get you the model information here on this fan. I meant to do that in the beginning, so. Our model number is SFC-225BR1, 120 volts, 60 hertz, 0.65 amps. That's quite a bit of power for a little C-frame. So it says here, Jiangmen Kai Electric. So, let's see, what does it say? Where's it made? Alright. So, it does not say where it's made, but we can probably assume made in China. Ooh, made in China. Oh, there it is. Made in China. Ooh, China. Made in China. All right, so show you the model tag here, since got it right here. So let's we're gonna put that like this so you can read it. So if you guys wanna pause the video, go ahead. You see here, made in China. Ooh, China, made in China. There's the model information right there. So, yep, there you go. That is the successful oiling and balancing of a Mainstays 9-inch high velocity fan. So, anyway. So, we're going to do another video with this fan. We're going to show you how to disassemble one of these. As you saw in the beginning of the video, but we are going to do a separate video on just how to disassemble one in general. You know, if you're getting ready to clean and service it, you know, we'll try to duplicate the video and we'll have a simple version. Or if you guys want, we can just do a simple version. So you're going to get 2 videos at once. So this is the full version. And next up is simple. Thanks for watching.